Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jace. Thank you for checking out this video, and this is going to be my review for Baller Wives Season 1, Episode 3. All right, y'all. First, let me just say, I look kind of, this shirt is sweaty. I just literally walked in from the gym, so I haven't even had a chance to take a shower and shit, because once I do that and grab some food, it's a motherfucking wrap for the night. So I know I had to put this video out today, so I was like, let me go ahead and do this shit before I do anything else. So pretty much the episode picked up where we left off last week. We're still at the party where Asia's, showing the $7.9 million mansion. And where we left off was Miko and her husband, what's his name? Brent. Brent. Little weird looking ass Brent. Brent and Miko were supposed to be having a conversation with Channing and Asia to just squash this beef about this bullshit that Channing allegedly said on the fucking air, radio, whatever the fuck he does. So, this was some straight up bullshit. Miko starts out saying, yeah, some people around you, I guess that work with him or whatever, had told her that Channing didn't like the fact that she was a woman working in sports and doing the sports reporting, whatever the fuck she was doing. And also, on top of that, he had been talking shit about her on air and off air. Channing said, let me stop you right there. Channing was not with her bullshit. He said, let me stop you right there. First of all, this whole women chauvinistic thing, like, I work with women right now. Like, I don't have a fucking problem with women working in sports. That's fucking ridiculous. That was just some bullshit that you pulled out your fucking ass to try to use as a reason to fucking start some shit with me. Anyway, the second part of that, yeah, I was talking about you, but you kind of created this whole situation by running your motherfucking mouth on air. So this is the story. We finally get it. Miko was on air. This is when she was working. She was on air. She had been talking about her husband's quarterback, telling like secrets and shit about the team, or talking shit about this quarterback of her husband's team. And she started repeating it on air. And then the bitch ended up getting fired over it. Because I guess it wasn't shit that was supposed to be heard by anybody. So I don't know whether, how I kind of took it is like maybe she had got the information from her husband or something. So it just wasn't a good look. You know what I mean? And then Channing is like, well, my job is to report what's going on with the team. And you pretty much created this issue regarding the team. So I had to report on it. But Miko's whole thing is like, well, you were saying that I'm not talented at what I do and shit like that. And Channing is like, well, bitch, if you were so motherfucking talented, you would have a job now. There's 3 or 4 other stations that, around the city that would have picked you up. But, bitch, you still ain't got no motherfucking job. So, obviously, you weren't that goddamn talented or else you would have a goddamn job. And when I tell y'all, Miko was sitting there looking so motherfucking stupid. So fucking stupid. And her husband sitting there looking doubly stupid. That ain't even a fucking word. But he looking even more dumb than she did. And, what else the fuck happened in that dumbass conversation? So basically, Miko got fired over talking shit on air, but she's trying to play it like Channing had some shit to do with that, which wasn't the fucking truth. The fucking station fired your ass. So, yeah. And then Miko sitting in her fucking confessional talking about, yeah, let me just walk away from these people. The only reason I'm going to squash this is because this is beef that I never had. Bitch, you started all this fucking beef. I'm like, this bitch is really psycho. Like, something's really not clicking well in her brain. So she's basically saying that she ain't created none of this shit. So she's just gonna squash this beef because this is some shit that Channing and Asia fucking brought up. Get the fuck out of here. Miko's husband is sitting there quiet as fuck. He's pretty much just like, and he started talking about, well, I don't talk much, but it looks like you saying the same thing, Shannon, and she saying the same thing. So y'all just go in circles pretty much. So let's just dead this situation. And that's basically what they all did. Just agreed to disagree and fucking squash the beef and move the fuck on. So no later than maybe 2 minutes after this fucking incident happens and everybody walks away, besides Miko, Kelly fucking walks up to Miko and like, Kelly, you were cool last episode, the first 2 episodes, you look fucked up in the face. That surge, the pumpage and all that is just not, it's a bad look. But anyway, she walks up to Miko, and this is when I was just like, this is a messy, messy, messy ass bitch. She walks up to Miko and says, oh yeah, like my husband really liked you. He was really living for you, when he met you and y'all had a conversation. Like he thought you was really cool. But see, I was under the impression that you were basically a bitch based off of what my friend Kiafa told me. Why the fuck would you say that bullshit? Kiafa's your girl, but you go up to Miko to tell her some shit that Kiafa told you as far as the reasons why she don't like Miko, and you find it cool to go back and tell Miko? Like, that's some messy ass shit. So I was like, okay, now Kelly, I don't fuck with you now, because you're a messy ass bitch. So anyway, right after that, and what she had told her, what Kelly had told Miko was that Kiafa called her a bully. Because she was bullying Asia, which the fuck she kind of was, like, in the last episode. But anyway, so Kiafa was like, all right, well, I'm about to, not Kiafa, Miko was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get down to the bottom of this. So she calls Kiafa and sets up a meeting with her. So Kiafa's already there. Miko shows up and she already goes into bullshit. Like she came there wanting to argue with Kiafa. And she's basically like, did you call me a bully? And Kiafa sat in her shit and was like, yeah, I did. Because you were being a motherfucking bully to Asia. She owned her shit. You know what I mean? And that's what the fuck you supposed to do. If you run your mouth or talk shit about or say whatever the fuck you supposed to say about people, you supposed to fucking own your shit when somebody confronts you about it. And she said, Miko told Kiafa that she was starting drama, and it was basically like, no, bitch, you're starting the drama. And Miko was like, well, I got all these friends. I got all these people wanting to be friends with me, but, I'm kissing Kiafa's ass trying to be her friend, but I got other people that are trying to be my friend and shit. Where? Who's trying to be your friend? Besides crazy ass Stacy and Crystal. This bitch is delusional. Like, every fucking scene this bitch was in, I was just like, is this bitch really thinking like this? Like, is she serious? Anyway, so then she went on this whole thing about, well, Kiafa, I thought we're supposed to be friends and we're working on a friendship and all this shit. And Kiafa was like, bitch, we're not friends. And Miko's like, well, I came to your house to cook and I brought my sons over to play with your sons. And Kiafa's like, yeah, that doesn't necessarily make us friends. We're not friends, bitch. Like, you came to my house to help me cook when I had this barbecue, and you brought your kid over, but that doesn't make us friends. Kiafa's like, bitch, I entertain all the time. I have all kind of baller wives over my house. That's what we do. We entertain, especially if you live in the fucking neighborhood. Is more than likely, we all gonna get together and do something. You know what I mean? Because we run in the same circle, but that does not mean that we are friends. People don't understand that shit even in our everyday life. Like, people think just, because we hung out or we, amongst a group of people and shit, that makes us friends. No, bitch, we're not friends. The fuck out of here. And, one more thing that Miko said and fucking Kiafa got her. She said, well, yeah, you're creating drama amongst the group of women and you're like, everybody is like basically on her. She's creating the drama amongst the ladies and they're supposed to be such a tight-knit group. And Kiafa was like, no, bitch, all of the ladies are on my side, bitch. You're the one that's fucking creating drama because look at it, bitch. You're the one that got issues with everybody, not me. So fuck you, bitch. And Kiafa was sitting there just so motherfucking unbothered. I would have let that bitch just really have it and just really went off on that bitch. But Kiafa was so motherfucking cool and classy and looking gorgeous and snatched and pulled and everything was on. But that bitch was looking good though. But yeah, let's move the fuck on. Next thing we have Asante, Kiafa, and Geneva. Asante, you know, he wants to be a fucking boxer, so he's actually having his first match. The dude who he's going against is whooping his goddamn ass. Like, like, Asante is literally holding on to this man. Like, because he can't fucking breathe out of his nose. Like, he's having a problem breathing. And he even told his little trainer or whatever, whoever the fuck, you know, the guys that squirt the water in your mouth when you pull off, you know, go off to the side and shit. He's like, yo, I can't breathe out of my nose. But he was like, yo, I gotta finish this fight. You know. But the fight was over, and then the doctors and shit checked him and shit, and he still couldn't breathe after that. So Geneva's like fucking going crazy, you know, watching her fucking husband get hit, and then she's like talking to Kiafa about it later on, and was like, you know, like he doesn't have to do any of this bullshit. Like, you made it out of the hood, like, you know, you have money now. You don't have to try to save your family and, you know, get your family about the hood. Like, you don't have to fucking do this boxing bullshit. You've already made it out of the league. Like, let's just, you know, enjoy life and shit like that. Don't go and jump into some more bullshit that can possibly fucking injure you. But come to fucking find out, a scene or two later, Geneva sends him to the doctor because he still can't breathe out of his nose. Sends him to the doctor, and he has a fucking hematoma, which is like blood, I don't know, blood clots or something with blood that's preventing him from actually breathing. And so he had to go fucking get an outpatient surgery. And he's still trying to box after the surgery. Like, fucking hang it up, Asante. Like, that was the sign, you know what I mean? And thank God it wasn't anything serious, you know, that could permanently damage you or some shit like that. But it got taken care of. So just like leave it alone, and especially for the sake of your wife. Like, she's kind of Geneva ain't with that shit. Just leave it the fuck alone. Like, it's cool. Like, I have cousins that like kind of box and stuff, you know, when they go to the gym. Just like do that. You ain't gotta be out in the ring fighting in matches and shit like that. Just fucking find you a little trainer and shit and just, you know, box at the gym, you know, with your homeboys or something, you know. But don't be doing no competitive boxing and shit, because it's fucking you up and it's fucking your wife's mind up. She's pissed off about the shit and scared. Let me move on. What's fucking next? Back to fucking Miko. This bitch meets up with Stacy and Crystal to have a little lunch, and all these bitches do is basically talk about Kiafa and Geneva. Crystal's talking about she ain't been fucked since last summer by her baby daddy, and it's time to move on. And Miko's telling Stacy, you know, I'm gonna invite you to my 7-year anniversary party, but you need to be on your best behavior. And Stacy is like, well, I'm cool. Like, I don't need you to tell me to be on my best behavior. But then Miko is like, oh, what'd she say? Oh, you, yeah, because you're gonna have your fucking day with Geneva. You're gonna have your day with her, so just don't do it at my party. And I'm like, okay, Geneva's supposed to be your goddamn friend. Like, why would you say some bullshit like that? You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't do that. I'm just thinking like two of my friends are kind of beefing. I'm not going to tell one that you're going to have your day with the other one. That's bullshit. But what the fuck ever. So then we have another scene. Geneva actually goes over to Miko's house because she invited her over because she wanted to cook with her or some shit. Immediately, another fucking bullshit ass Miko scene. She immediately starts going off talking shit about Kiafa to Geneva. Now, Geneva and Kiafa are like this. Why do you think it would be cool for you to talk shit about Kiafa to Geneva? talking about, I don't fuck with your friend. She's a fake ass bitch and fuck her. And Geneva's kind of sitting there like, bitch, like, first of all, like, chill the fuck out. Like, that's my homegirl. Like, I'm cool with you, bitch, but that's my bitch. And you're not about to sit here and talk shit about her in my motherfucking face. I'm the same goddamn way. You ain't about to talk shit about none of my motherfucking friends in my face. Friend or not. Like, you know what I mean? Especially, fuck you, fuck that bitch. She's a fake ass bitch. You ain't gotta be friends with the bitch. And the bitch already told you she's not your goddamn friend. So now she's a fake ass bitch and she's all this because you thought that you was kissing her ass to be her friend and the bitch ain't claiming you as a goddamn friend. Fuck you, Miko. Stupid bitch. But then she turns around and invites Geneva to her anniversary party. And Geneva didn't even give her an answer whether she was going to come or not. So she just kind of left it at that. So then we move along. Mike and Kiafa, you know, they're expecting a baby. So they're having a gender reveal party. And Mike was like talking. It was really cute. Like Mike was talking about how he has nothing but women in his household. And even the cat and what do you say, the gecko or the hamster or something, like every little animal, everything around his house is female, and he doesn't have any males. So it would be nice if they had a male. So Kiafa looked really good too, except for this wig. She had on like this blonde wig. It was really stringy and kind of dry and brittle. You know, I didn't like the wig, but everything else, she looked really beautiful. And the party was really chill. It was small, you know, but it was kids there and everything. It was really nice. And so they had the balloon in a box, popped the balloon. It was a boy, so Mike was fucking excited about that, and Kiafa. So that's good for them. I'm happy for them. I hope everything goes well with this pregnancy because we do know that she, or the doctor did tell her that it was a high-risk pregnancy. So we hope everything goes well for them. All right, let's move on to the last fucking scene. This fucking 7-year anniversary party. Miko, this is the first time I can actually say you looked nice. Her hair was done up. Her makeup was done. She got that brittle, dry ass fucking hair done. It was up in like some like pin curl kind of things. It was really nice. And her husband is just like, I think he's a real, damn. Y'all, I left some strawberries sitting on the table over here, and like I came back and it was about 50 fruit flies on them. So I'm like swatting flies and shit now. Too much information, but anyway. Yeah, I just can't put my hand on like what's up with her husband. Like he just seems like he's slow or something. And like I don't want to say that about him because maybe that's just his personality, you know. But I don't know. They just seem really strange. And even like there was a scene where they kissed at the party, and he just kind of gave her a peck. Like it just didn't even seem real. Like it was bullshit. But I just don't get them two together, and I can't even like picture them having sex or any of that shit. Like he just seems really slow, and she's just on 10. I don't know, but I guess he loves her big ass because he's been with this bitch for 7 years. So hey, now keep in mind, motherfucking Stacy said that she wasn't gonna start no drama at this party. She rolls up to Miko, and Miko's I guess really hasn't even noticed that Geneva isn't there, but Stacy rolls up to Miko and's like, "Hey, where is what the fuck she call her? Damn, I can't remember. Anyway, she was basically like, "Where's Miko? Or where's Geneva? Like, why do you give a fuck where the fuck Geneva's at? Because you're looking for drama? And I guess you got your husband with you, so like you extra big and bad now. Remember last time a bitch threw a drink in your motherfucking face, bitch, and everybody was feeling some kind of way because you were pregnant. So now you looking for drama with Geneva? So what if she slaps you or throws a drink in your face? Like, so she can, what, everybody can jump on her too? Sit your big pregnant ass down. And she keeps talking about she's ready to drop any day. So why the fuck would you give a fuck where the fuck Geneva is? take your pregnant ass home and get ready to give this birth, bitch. So anyway, after Stacy had mentioned that to Miko, Miko decided that she was gonna go call Geneva and see where the fuck Geneva was. And y'all, when I tell you, Geneva let her fucking have it and just kind of really wrote that bitch off and was like, she's like, where are you, Geneva? Oh, I never told you I was coming. And Miko was like, well, we're supposed to be friends and I told you to be here. And she's like, well, I'm not there and I'm not coming. And Miko was like, well, I would appreciate it if you would have called or sent me a text or something, because that's what I would have done in the situation. Okay, bitch, I'm not coming. I'm not there. And then Miko kept carrying on about saying whatever. Motherfucker Geneva said, Miko, go to your party. And the next thing I know, the fucking phone, I heard Miko say okay, and then the phone just hung up. So Geneva hung up on this bitch. It was so motherfucking shady, and I can't wait to see how this shit play out. Geneva was like, bitch, fuck you. Bitch, I don't get that shit either. Bitch, I never told you I was coming. Just because you sent me a fucking invite don't mean that I have to come to your shit. And I already know that you got two bitches there. Well, really one bitch, Stacy. You got one bitch there that I don't even fuck with anyway. And if that bitch comes up and said, and obviously, clearly Stacy was looking for some drama anyway, so if Geneva was there, probably would have most likely been some shit and ruined your goddamn party. But you're a messy ass bitch, Miko. And that's basically what we got this whole fucking episode. Because, like I said, it was the fucking Miko show. Everybody fucking let her have it. All the way down from Asia to Channing. Your meeting with Kiafa. Kiafa just paid you. And now motherfucking Geneva. But yeah, I'm really not really, like, at this point, I'm just like, she is a neurotic, psychotic cunt. And like, I kind of feel bad for, no, I don't. Fuck that bitch. Like, I would hate for like me to be portrayed like that on TV, because this is like our first impression of you. You know, like, we're just getting to know who the fuck you are. So just based off watching this show, she's forever going to be the crazy, psychotic, bitchy ass cunt. But y'all, that was pretty much all that happened this episode. Yeah. So I will see y'all next week. Like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And I will see y'all asses next week. Bye.